Welcome to Ball Talk Deep, where we talk deep about ball. You got your host Andrade and Irwin back at it again. Drop a like and a sub before we get into it. It goes a long way, guys. Turn that little bell notification thing on or whatever thing, so you get notifications when we drop. We're trying to drop 2 to 3 weekly, dragging this guy out. But I know low-key he loves to film. What? I'm not dragging you out?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I was thinking about something else. I was thinking about,
What were you thinking about?
Jimmy Butler.
Oh, shit. And that takes us in. Guys, today we are talking about the Miami Heat. Second place winners, technically, type, whatever.
Yeah. I mean, there's no
of the NBA Finals.
Place,
I agree.
Look, bro. Wow. It was good that the Miami Heat were able to do a valiant
Get this
run.
far? Yes.
They were 2 wins away from winning their 5th championship in franchise history. Like Jimmy Butler said, I let you guys down. Job's not done.
We'll be back.
We'll be back at it again.
And there are a lot of takeaways from this cell, though. A lot of takeaways.
A lot of takeaways, but
and a lot of emotions running rampant. Because we watched almost every... You guys saw us on live.
Oh, yeah, definitely, man.
Man!
Man. I think I aged like another 50 years.
Yo, honestly.
I'm using Just for Men right now to keep my hair.
I couldn't even finish my food while watching the game.
Yeah, for real, man. I'm getting that PTSD. But... Anyways, Andrade, what are some takes? What is next for the Miami Heat?
What is next for the Miami Heat?
The job?
What's next is a 4th title, like you said. And
Fifth
honestly, title. 4th title, bro. We have 3.
Oh, just kidding.
He's not a true fan, guys. He's not a true fan.
That was their 5th
He's
finals.
a bandwagon fan.
That was their 5th finals appearance.
Yeah.
That's what I got twisted.
And, all right. Everybody was saying it even before they got into the finals, but this Heat team was 1 to 2 pieces away from from winning the championship or becoming championship contenders. I have to agree. That's my finals takeaway, was that we're 1 legitimate piece, maybe 2, from becoming consistent championship contenders and possibly winning the championship again. And look, the biggest thing that they need is a reliable star/superstar to play with Jimmy. And I think we all noticed, even in the regular season, that's what they needed. Everybody stepped up, or a lot of people stepped up actually everybody on this team stepped up when needed be. Even the rookies, even the young players. And it was surprising. It was nice to see Duncan, Tyler, Bam, Kendrick. Who else am I missing? Am I missing anyone? Nah, I think that's about it.
Jay Crowder, he stepped up.
Oh, yeah, but he's not a young player. But
he's wrong.
Yeah, like they stepped up and they helped push us to the finals, but we need a second. To me, we need a second shot creator, not just a star, because we can get a star that's a phenomenal passer, floor general, or phenomenal big man that gets more because they were killing us on rebounds. That's not nice.
We already have 2 stars right now. Bam is an emerging star. Jimmy, obviously he's our superstar.
Yeah, but that's why I'm focused on the shot creating part, like a star shot creator. Because Bam isn't that yet. I don't know if he will be. Because the thing is with Bam, he can play a lot of centers. He's the 3rd best center in the league. I would put AD when he plays center, and Nikola Jokic above Bam. I think you would agree with that.
That's fair enough.
And it's like when Bam faces bigger centers that are talented, offensively especially, he does face a little trouble. Obviously, we had an injured Bam this series. If Goran and Bam weren't injured, I would definitely agree that it would be a different series. Maybe not a different winner, but at least a different series.
Andrade, look, if they were healthy, I pretty much know for a fact. Lakers fans in the comments, you guys been very active in the finals. You're probably gonna disagree and thinking I'm smoking that shit. That good loud. We wouldn't be talking about this right now because you know why? We'll be talking about a Game 7 right now.
Game 7 reaction video. In another timeline, just like Rick and Morty, there is a version of BTD talking about a Game 7. But look, that just goes to show how close this Heat squad was, because they pushed it to 6 with the injuries. And that's it. What do you think they need?
Look, I look in the short term right now, they got a lot of good. They're in a good place right now. They got a good mix of veterans and they got a good mix of young stars.
Yes.
I think Tyler Hero eventually is going to develop into a solid number 2, number 3 type of player. He's shown it in spurts. You saw it in the Eastern Conference Finals versus the Celtics. He was able to score 37 points. You saw, in the finals, he was scoring about 18, 19 points a game. But obviously he's a rookie. He's very inconsistent. Per se, I think they do need, like we were saying, that second scoring option. Maybe not a star, second scoring option that, look, to give Jimmy Butler a little bit of a break so he won't be gassed out, for 43 minutes. And yes, I'm aware that Goran, could be, but Goran's 34 years old. They need that second piece.
No, facts. And Tyler,
now
you need to hit the weight room.
I feel you.
Like, he needs to hit the weight room.
Look, whether the Heat are gonna hit the trade market, get a Bradley Beal, check out Joel Embiid.
I was opposed to Bradley Beal, but actually, if we had him during the finals, he would have been a huge factor in the series.
Yeah, because that's just another player that LeBron's gonna have to focus on.
And one that can play at the wing. I'm telling you, for me, we need a wing player, and I think a point guard. I really think a point guard. A score first point guard, but that is also a good floor general. One that shoots more than drives in, but whatever. As long as a shot creator. That's what I'm focused on. Just a shot creator.
That's Goran, what we have right now, but Goran's old.
He's too old. And he's a shot creator to an extent, but it's like, no, we need someone that, like a Kyrie, that's like Jamal Murray, that they find ways to score. That's what the Heat needed most, and it can't be someone too small. We need some height too for like defense and stuff. Someone that can play two-way.
But I say right now, like the most improvement that the Heat are gonna see right now is gonna be internal improvement. If they're gonna make a jump next year, it's not gonna be so much on making moves. It's gonna be on internal improvement
so they can focus on 2021 market.
Exactly. I think that's their best long-term thing.
Long-term, yes.
They might make some minor things. There's like rumors of Montrezl Harrell maybe.
Yeah.
But realistically, probably what the Heat are gonna do is
get Giannis onto Antetokounmpo
in 2021. But I'm talking about next year.
This year.
Most likely, realistic, what the Heat are gonna do is probably look for a backup center. To be able to relieve Bam. When it comes to defense. And probably what they're going to do is they're going to re-sign Goran Dragic and Jay Crowder to big one-year deals.
I approve of both of those signings.
So they could, preserve space, for 2021 and stay competitive.
Yeah.
But back to what I was going to say, their biggest chance to be able to leap, forward is continued improvement from Bam Adebayo. If he already has a mid-range shot.
Not consistent.
But not consistent. And supposedly, from the draft, from what we were hearing, is that Bam's able to make the threes. But for some reason, he just does not take them. So if Bam could develop, take that next
more
step.
More perimeter shooting.
And, start taking those shots and make them. Boy, man, Bam.
He would be an A1, probably the best power forward in the league. I think Bam should switch to power forward if we can find a big, good center to, stay at the center.
It is what it is. Bam is a center, a point center. As of right now,
that is what.
And I think his ceiling,
innovating that position.
I think his ceiling would be a Nikola Jokic. That would be his ceiling. It might take the other players as well. If Tyler Hero can keep on developing, hit the weight room,
so you can do drives because they were pushing on him when they played Real D on Tyler. Man, that man wasn't. He couldn't shot create, and on top, he's a rookie. We get that, but it's like that was one little flaw in his game that I saw. Like he's still a little too nimble, a little too delicate or fragile, for lack of a better word. And I disagree with you. I don't know if Tyler, even though I did say Tyler's gonna be a future NBA superstar,
not superstar.
I don't know if he can be our second best player. I think he would make a phenomenal third best player, like a Klay Thompson. I think he would be oh my god.
I don't see him as a Klay Thompson. I see him more as a Devin Booker. That's where he gets a lot of the comparisons, but I think that's gonna take a little while for Tyler to get there.
Yeah, I mean, he's only 20. He's got time.
You gotta have some patience.
Yeah.
And the other person as well is Duncan Robinson to keep developing, and Kendrick Nunn.
Oh, Duncan Robinson, I think is gonna be a future all-star role player type shit.
We'll see.
Like he'll be one of the best role players in the game.
If Duncan can keep on getting better, with he's already a deadly shooter, and if he can get a little bit better on D, to be like respectable.
Yeah, and he was playing decent D in the finals, so definitely that is the one thing I would like him.
Maybe not.
He plays D and keeps his 3-point specialist talent.
Not decent D, but what I did like some good signs is some defensive awareness in the sense that he was taking some good charges versus LeBron.
Decent D, like overall decent D.
That's very good. But
he had a great PER for most of the games. It was incredible. His plus minus was always positive, or most of the times positive.
But I think for the Heat would be look. for them to see short-term improvement, like the biggest short-term improvement is going to continue development of their young guys.
Yes.
Make maybe one minor addition, see what you can get.
There are some pieces that I want that I'm okay with letting go, and I want Pat to use, as key.
I mean, shit, man. I would love it if Fran VanVleet can, come down here.
What the
fuck? But
no, we got Tyler.
He's not gonna come here for a year.
But I'm okay with Pat letting go. Iggy, Nunn, Hill, Jones Jr., KZ, Silva, Olynyk, and as much as I wanted to believe in Myers Leonard, I'm okay with letting him go. I'm saying by letting him go, I'm saying like if these are players, I'm okay with Pat dealing in a trade if need be if he finds the right trade. And I think Kendrick can provide great value in a trade depending on some teams that want him, And I'm okay with letting Kendrick Nunn go. And keep Crowder and Goran. I do like those, especially in the playoffs.
Bids for 2021.
They're the good vets to keep.
But hey, look, we're gonna see what happens with the Miami Heat. They're definitely in a good position compared to how they were in the beginning of the year when they had bad contracts. And a guy made out of glass. I'm talking about Justice Winslow.
It is what it is. But look, I agree with you. Long term, I'm okay, and this is me saying this as a fan. I'm okay with the Heat not making it back to the finals next year.
No, they're gonna regress.
If it's because we're focused on the next 5 to 10 years instead of just like, oh, we were so close, let's try to get over that hump right now. It's cool. Let's be patient. Yeah, let's play it smart, long-term investments, and just play it by ear. And because we already have these developing players. And guess what? KD and Kyrie are coming back, so wouldn't be surprised if those guys let those old guys have their shot at it. These young Heat lifers are up and coming.
But anyways, guys, hey, look, we appreciate the love and the hate. You can catch us on IG, on Twitter, TikTok, same handle, Ball Talk Deep,
where we talk deep about ball.
You guys already know it. We're gonna catch you guys soon, but for now, later.
Take care.